Say that again.
It's called res ipsa loquitur, which means the thing speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, the thing speaks for itself is that we have recognition from them, we have recognition from Uganda, we have treaties with Burkina Faso and other countries, and now it's just time to take that to the U.S. and the UN. But I always remind myself in principle of what it is, what are they looking for? What is it that they want to see? Because they're not just turning recognition and things like this over to people that don't know what they're doing. And Truman gave a Navy Day speech way back in 1945. And I was just reading this to someone just earlier today, that Article 4 in that says that we believe that all of those who are prepared for self-government should be permitted to choose their own form of government by their own freely expressed will, without any interference from any foreign source. This is true in Asia, in Africa, Europe, and the Western Hemisphere. But what does that mean? You know, in UN Resolution 2625, it says that self-determination is the establishment of a sovereign independent state, or the free association or integration with an independent state, or the emergence into another political status freely determined by a people, constitute the modes of implementing the right of self-determination by that people. So self-determination has never been about the individual. It's individual first, but it's also coming together as a society, just like the founders of the USA did. And so in some ways they established a new model because it's the first time in history it was ever done by declaration. It wasn't the first time it was ever done by war. But most of the time in the past it had always been through dynasties, and it had been through ethnicities and bloodlines and whatever. So that was the only thing that was really unique about what they did, is that they had a really diverse business and ethnic background. Not all of them were Brits. I take it very seriously what they wrote in there, that if it's the model, that the pledge was life, fortune, and honor, and without honor, it's going to end up like their state, and a bunch of freaking chaos, and a bunch of debt that I already know will destroy whatever it is that literally needs to be accomplished. Because right now, as it stands, by self-determination being the peaceful settlement of dispute, they don't have a model. Well, they actually do have one, the Knights of Malta. Even though people say, well, look at their history. I'm like, well, I don't know. That history could all be hearsay to me.
Yeah, I mean, history can be rewritten according to the position of whoever is the writer.
Exactly.
It tells you in the law of nations, you know, exactly how to set the government up and what must be done with the histories of a conquering nation that you conquered and all that. One part in the law of nations that says, beware when a sovereign promotes vice and selfish pleasures because they're aiming at stealing your inheritance. And you see that going on in the majority of the countries that keep people miseducated and promote vice and promote immoral lifestyles in order to keep them tame.
I can't believe I'm talking to somebody who actually reads. What you just said is actually, it's in Book 1, Section 39, where it says it's evident that men form a political society and submit to laws solely for their own advantage and their own safety. The sovereign authority is then established only for the common good of all the citizens, and it would be absurd to think that it could change its nature on passing into the hands of a senate or a monarch. Flattery, therefore, cannot, without rendering itself equally ridiculous and odious, deny that the sovereign is only established for the safety and advantage of the society. So a good prince and a wise conductor of society ought to have his mind impressed with this great truth, that the sovereign power is solely entrusted to him for the safety of the state and the happiness of all the people, that he is not permitted to consider himself the principal object of the administration of affairs, to seek his own satisfaction or his private advantage, but he ought to direct all of his views, all of his steps, to the great advantage of the state and the people who have submitted to him.
If you're enjoying the content on this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any future updates. We live in a world now where propaganda and censorship are the rule of the day. YouTube presentations, Facebook presentations, or any other presentation will not have completed information. If you'd like to see a complete interview, plus more content like this, then please subscribe to my Patreon, David Williams Unleashed, and then check out our membership site, Get Out of the System, because you can't get out of this system until you get the system out of you. Thanks for watching.